Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of No Tea, Just Coffee. I am Jordan.
And I'm Tam.
So, what are we going to talk about today? We are going to talk about, or the meat and potatoes will be my evolution. What causes us to be better versions of ourselves? Is it friends? Is it family? Is it co-workers? Is it your mate? What is it? So that's the meat and potatoes. And then the shoot the shit is the best thing in the world for me is, so it could be like a drive, cross country drive, or I don't know, in the kitchen cooking, or
Starbucks strawberry refresher.
Hold on, Tam, how many do you drink a day?
2.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, because I have my time. I do like a morning run, and I do an evening run. Don't judge me.
Now, has it always been 2?
No, it's been 3. I used to do morning, lunch, and dinner. Don't judge me.
Okay, but today you did bring tea.
I did.
What kind of tea you got? You don't remember?
It's
is it the
tea.
medicine ball?
Yes, but they call it a citrus something.
They don't call it the medicine
I'm
ball?
always like, can you just give me a medicine ball?
I know.
Yeah, I'm not sick. It's just like every blue moon.
But I like it even if.
Yeah.
Because it got all that good stuff in it.
Yes. And for whatever reason this morning, I was like, I just felt like
Hold on, and it tastes like hot lemonade, which is.
It's so good. Anyway.
Anywho. Okay.
That's what the shoot the shit will be.
Back to the show. Anywho. Okay, so my evolution. So Tam and I always talk about, and I'll say this time over time, it's like who I was when I was in my 20s, or who I was when I was a teenager. Now I'm 36, and I've evolved in so many.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No. What? Okay, but hold on. Side note.
Because I'm 2 years older than her.
Hold on, and I wasn't going. I wasn't even.
I just had to.
Hold on, but y'all know we went to high school together, so that's all that you should know, right? Okay. So my son, he been getting me in Alfred like y'all was born in the 1900s.
Do you know Charlamagne the guy says that?
I like
the 1900s.
Sir,
yeah.
We was on the way out. You act like we was on horse and buggies.
But it's crazy when people address it like that. But
we were born in the
you be like, how dare? Nah, you right.
I actually was born in the 1900s, but we were so evolved. Don't do us like that.
Just when you say it like that, it's like,
yeah, he like y'all born in the 19. He done said it like 3 times. I'm like, sir, don't make me choke you out. Like, don't do us like that.
Oh man, that's funny.
Anywho. So, us folks who were born in the 1900s.
Okay, proud.
We have evolved.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, for you, Tam, what has caused you to, or let me ask you, have you evolved in any way?
Child, yes I have. And I think I have. I think anybody that used to know me when I was a kid to in high school to college to now, absolutely.
Me too.
And I think all for the good.
Yeah.
But also I'm very much still the same too.
Yeah.
I think, I'm trying to think what would be the biggest thing. I think the biggest thing I would say is, I feel like I've always been outspoken or like just not shy to just like speak my opinion or just give my opinion, right?
Right.
But I think as I've gotten older, I'm not afraid to give my thoughts, my 2 cents, whatever situation.
Right.
And I'm not saying that in like I'm ready to cuss somebody. I don't do that. That's not what I mean. But just I'm more like I feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
And
but you keep it professional.
Yeah, I feel more comfortable in speaking my piece or speaking my thoughts and my ideas.
Right.
Whereas before, I'm not gonna say that I wasn't. It's just I'm a more mature, comfortable version of Tam or Tamra, right?
That's the beauty of getting older.
Yeah.
You know, 36, you couldn't pay me to go back to 26, 25. I mean, I was lost in like who I was.
Yeah.
And I was having a good time. But as a individual, like just as a woman, I feel more settled, if that makes sense. Like I just feel like very secure in who I am. And I wasn't when I was in my 20s.
Mm.
I think that had a lot to do with just my path too, like having a son when.
Yeah. Right. No, I mean,
like, you know what I mean? Like, unexpectedly.
It's pretty big, yeah.
PSA. If you don't protect yourself, guess what? You're gonna have kids. And so, like, here come Elliot.
Yeah.
And my whole world was upside down. So,
yeah, I get that. For me, I've always been like confident. I've always been confident.
Yeah.
I look back at pictures. I'd be like, man, I was so confident in this picture, but I look a hot ratchet mess. You know, I used to have these big old glasses. But I always thought I was.
Wait, you wore glasses?
Well, I wear contacts.
I know that. Oh, yeah.
I just
when did you start wearing contacts and glasses? How long?
So
like a long time.
Long time. Like I was like elementary.
Oh, okay.
Elementary glasses for sure.
Yeah.
Now contacts, I was in middle school.
Yeah.
But I'm just always in contacts.
Yeah.
But even with that being said, I've always been very confident in
who you are,
who I am, what I look like. Like growing up, like I've never really been bullied, right? But like some things would be said that I think for some people would really really affect them. But like for me, it's like I remember being in high school and like, dang, you chocolate, or you dark as hell. I am.
So what?
And
what that mean?
What does that mean? Like, yes, and your point being.
And your point is.
Right. So I've just never really been shaken up like that.
You know what? That's one thing that I don't know if I'm getting off topic, but here we go. So because my family looks like a rainbow, because I'm biracial, because my dad is more of a chocolate man, my mom was white, but we also had different nationalities and ethnicities in my family. That was never something that was a problem for me. Okay. Like some people who have never seen a black person, you know what I mean? And they see them and it's like crazy. Or if you see like in school where you're chocolate, it's like you don't have nobody that's chocolate in your family. Like for me, I didn't really see different shades of people as an issue.
Me neither.
And so when people would call me like hot yellow, white girl, the list goes on. I never had an issue with that, just because I was like, well, okay, you call me white girl. There are white girls. My mama's white. Like, what's the negative connotation to? Or they be like, you hot yellow. I'm like, yeah. So is my sister. So is my cousins. Right. It's like, yeah, we all come in different shades. Yeah. So. To that point, I was getting off topic, but I just feel like when people say that, I'm like, so what? Yeah, because yes, you're true. You're right. I'm chocolate lots. Right. Okay. But what I was gonna say is that I think my growth or my insecurities, if I had some, as far as like my evolution, was more so on the career side. Oh yeah. Everything else for me, like I said, I've always just been confident and secure in who I am. But when it came to like just my career and like what the hell am I doing? Yeah. That's where, I guess some I don't even want to say insecurities, but just like struggles for me. Yeah. But now I mean what has made you evolve in that area to where you're more secure about your career? Because I love what I'm doing. Yeah. So I used to for like 7-8 years, something like that, I was an administrative assistant, and I worked in public schools. So I was, I would work directly with the principals, and that's the technical term of administrative assistant, or you're the executive administrative assistant, whatever. Yeah. But for me, and this is no offense, because I know what that position, like, what you have to, all the things. What it all entails. Like, so. They try to call it administrative assistant, but I'm sure it's much more. No, it's it's so much more. But at that time, it was very much for me, like, I'm just kind of a secretary.
Even though I knew all the work and time, and like you had to be organized and scheduling.
Absolutely.
And you basically you are running the building.
Call it what you want, but it is something that you have to have those skills for. It ain't
right,
anybody can do it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But at that time, that was my mindset.
Yeah.
And I knew that it was just a job and it wasn't a career. I've always said that.
That definitely
that
makes a
like
difference.
like it was a job. It paid bills. It did what it needed to do. But I knew it wasn't a career.
Yeah.
And I think it was, if it wasn't our very first episode, it might have been the second one, but we talked about just like your path after college.
Absolutely.
And so, for me, it's like I went to this prestigious school.
Yeah.
I get a degree, and then, I go home and I really have no direction.
Yep.
And, I had some friends who, right out of college,
just got right into it, yeah.
And so
I think a lot of times though it has to deal with like also your career or your degree too, because I remember like I initially started school in marketing, and at IUPUI or whatever they're calling it now, but there was a direct line of that program to internships, to externships.
Yep.
Like there was a lot of resources in there or in that program.
Yeah.
And then when I shifted to public affairs, it was less resources. It was less because it just wasn't a popular degree program. So I remember just being like really struggling. Like I went from this program to this program and there's less resources. What am I going to do after I graduate? Like, where do I start?
Yeah.
Like, because a lot of times when you have externships or internships, 9 times out of 10 you get a job,
right?
Or they'll, give you a referral or something like that. But I just remember like, thinking like sometimes it does depend on like your program.
Oh yeah, it absolutely. Like if you're an engineer, that's like a job right away. But for me, I was seeing people with my actual degree
getting
like,
right into the field.
Yeah. So yeah, I just that was my one insecurity. And so as far as like evolving and like why do I now feel more secure in my job is because I feel like I now have a career.
Yes.
That makes a difference. It's not just I'm doing this to pay the bills, because that's
behind it.
Yes, that was starting to get old.
Absolutely.
And
I think I honestly, if I'm being all the way honest, that's where I'm at right now. Because I think you do fall in and out of your purpose. And for me, that's where I'm at, is I'm trying to find my purpose. As you know, had a shift in positions, and previously I thought I knew my purpose.
Is it mainly because, I mean, I know right now you're,
right.
We currently work back together in the same department, but I know it's not necessarily what you want.
Right.
So
because what I was doing is really what I would like career-wise want to do and be a part of. So that has been something that I've struggled with too. Yeah. So I will say, I think it does depend on sometimes the stage in your life where you're very secure, and then sometimes you're like, oh shit, now what am I supposed to do? Like now I'm like trying to find my purpose again. Yeah.
Do you see a major change or difference from like younger Jordan to?
Absolutely.
Like major?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. I think my friends have played a part in me being, you were talking about being outspoken. I've never been outspoken, especially younger Jordan. Like I kind of just would sit in the background and not have much to say. Now I've realized that there can be a balance. Like I would be like, dang, I need to be more outspoken, but that's not me. But it's also not me anymore to not speak my piece. Right. So I had to find the balance. And I really, truly think that my friends, Tam's one of them, I have a lot of very outgoing, outspoken friends, which have helped me in so many ways to be more assertive. And so I speak my piece. Like I'm very observant. Tam knows that. I may observe. And then when I feel like I've got all the details in my mind, that's when I go and I may speak my mind.
Whereas I'm completely opposite.
Where in the moment, Tam may speak her mind in a different way, which is perfectly fine too, because you got to sit well with that. You know what I mean? Because I know we be on meetings, I can read Tam's face like she about to say something. Like somebody said something. Tam just wait for them to close their mouth. You know what I mean? Whereas I may wait until Tam may say, because I'm shadowing Tam. I just started this position, so I'm shadowing her in a lot of the meetings. So I may wait until Tam says, so anybody else got something else? Because really in my mind, I'm going through all the things, and then I come up with, okay, now this is the angle I'm going for. This is what I'm going to ask.
Process it first.
So, but that I equate that to my friends, to my female friends, because I've seen them get out here and make moves and be very assertive in life, and in their life decisions, which gives me more heck to even start this podcast, because they're saying this is something that I want to do. I'm going to do it. So just being more assertive in just the decisions I make, the not holding back, doing things that may feel fearful, but still doing it. So I think I have most certainly evolved. I think one other thing too is just wearing my hair natural. The journey. Okay, first of all,
I understand that struggle.
I'm biracial. So here I go into the world with this little afro, right? I had a very kinky, curly, small little afro. My mother, white, got this long, blonde, flowing hair.
Right.
I don't look nothing like her. You know what I mean? I mean, I got her features or whatever. My sister comes out and she looks Native American because she got bone straight, black, long, luscious hair. And here I go with this little afro. And then I was... and my mom didn't know no better. You know what I mean? When you have a black child, you learning.
Absolutely. So, but also you hope that person wants to learn.
Yeah, exactly. Because your child is going to be depressed if you don't. Like your child's going to be having identity issues.
Yes.
So please don't do that. Anybody who has a biracial child, learn their culture on both sides and teach them. And if you don't know, like my mother did not know what to do with my hair. That's the honest truth. And we didn't have as much products out there. We didn't have, education. So she would either go to my aunt, she would go to my sisters. One of my sisters would do my hair all the time. So anyway, so I was this little black kid with an afro in an all-white school. And so I was like, what in the world do I do with my hair? So I kind of started to hate my hair because it didn't look like nobody else. But then my sister, one of my oldest sisters, would come over every weekend and do my hair. And I actually thanked her because I was like, that meant a lot, because I could really still hate my hair, really have an issue with it. But she helped me because she's not biracial, she's black, and my hair looked like hers. She would press it out, the just for me, she would put my perm in for me, like she got me together. And that's where I started to think, like, I do love my hair. Like I started to really.
I had the same evolution in hair as well. I was always known for wearing braids. I had braids all the time. I mean, ask anybody in college. Always braids, right? Because my hair was thin. I had been basically wearing perms since I was a kid, right? So get older, whatever. And I danced professionally for 7 years, and with that, there's a certain look, you know. So then all that plays into it as well. And then my best friend, honestly, she's probably the first person that I can remember.
I remember you telling me that.
Who started to wear her hair natural. I honestly don't. Like in my immediate circle, I don't remember anybody else who had their natural hair. So she was the first person. She tried to convince me, and I tried it, and I said, hell no. And I went back to my sew-ins and perms, right?
No, ain't that the truth? Because you do go back and forth.
You do.
Until you get...
Because you're so insecure.
You like, girl, this product, the product journey.
Man, child.
Girl, get these products. You get it, you're like, girl, I have a white cast on my hair. My hair looks gray now. I can't use that product. Like, I have just, at 36, found a product combination that works for my hair.
I don't think first off, products is so tricky, and everyone's hair is different. And what I will say, my evolution of hair has come a long way, child. Okay, now I'm locked up. Okay, you would always see me either in braids or I had a sew.
And I love your hair.
Thank you.
And I
love
never
my
would
hair
have
too.
thought you would have gotten it. It really threw me for a loop because of how you know, wore your hair in the past.
Yeah.
But now that you have them, it fits you perfectly. You know what I mean? It's like, this is what Tam should have.
Yeah,
You know what I
probably
mean?
one of the best decisions that I've made. And my best
Mhm.
friend, she went from natural to sister locks. Again, first person ever that I've seen with sister locks. She tried to get me to lock my hair, and I told her this time, I said, girl, I said, one thing I've learned is that you have to be ready.
You gotta be
I was
ready.
like, and I ain't ready. I'm just now really getting used to my natural hair.
Because you gotta love it.
Oh, you have to love it. Absolutely.
You gotta love it, especially when it's dreads or sister locks.
So yeah, my hair evolution has.
I think that has equated to seeing other women.
Yeah.
Like, like Tracy Ellis Ross, Tabitha Brown. Like, I always love when they wear their hair natural, which re-encourages me to wear your hair natural.
And then I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I do miss like my loose, like my time hop.
Yeah.
Like sometimes photos will come up and my hair will just be loose and natural.
Yeah.
And what's so surprising is how like in my head I'm literally like, oh, I miss my natural hair.
Yeah.
And at one point in time I'm like, hell no, give me that perm or give me
but
that
I will
sew-in.
say, I got these braids in.
Yeah.
Because natural hair is not easy.
And a lot of people think,
no,
if you don't know natural hair, a lot of people think like, oh yeah, it's easy. All I gotta do is just
girl, get ready.
Yeah.
You're gonna be crying sometimes. You're gonna be discouraged. You're gonna be asking everybody and their cousin, and the product still don't work.
Yeah.
Literally, and two, my hair texture, like in the winter, that's why I've put braids in. My hair is already dry.
Ooh, man, I have dry.
In the winter, it's almost like you probably could crack my hair over my knee. That's how dry.
Yeah.
I might as well take a whole glob of Vaseline and rub it through my hair. It's like,
yeah.
So I was like, let me just get these braids until I'm ready to deal with my hair in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Because now I got to do more oils on the scalp. Like, it's a whole different situation in the winter.
Yeah.
But I love my hair now. I used to not. And I do equate that to my friends and visually being able to see women that look like me with natural hair.
I do have a question as far as evolution. So we talked about evolution of, hair or work or just placement in life. What about your evolution as a partner?
Oh, shoot. She got Oprah on me.
Because there has to be growth.
Something. My husband.
At least I hope there's been some growth.
Ooh, okay, where do I start?
Oh,
so,
boy.
Okay,
Let me
tell you something. I was not a easy person to be with. I wasn't. And in times I backslide. My attitude is very spicy at times. And my poor husband just be like, I'm just going to leave you alone and walk away. But I have recognized that is unhealthy at times. Like, I'm always gonna have a little spice. But also you have to understand that your partner is not your enemy.
Yes.
Your partner is there to make you better.
It's the word partner.
When you hurt them, you basically hurt yourself because now you're eating away at your relationship.
Yep.
So the more you pour in positivity, the more that you start to evolve, it actually creates a better relationship. And that's something that I had to learn, that the better that I become as a person. And sometimes, like, Tam, I'm very introspective. I think about a lot of things. I think it through. I did not do that in the past. I would just fire off and we going at it. So I take a second and then I'm like, okay, I need to say this way or that way. Or I just like immediately check myself. Because he ain't even coming at me left. You know what I mean? He loves me. He just giving me a little criticism. I mean, you know what I mean? We talk crazy every now and then, but I know where his heart is.
Right.
That man has my back. He done helped me with this podcast. Whatever, so I that's the best advice I can give is anybody that, like, why is our communication off? And Tam always talks about communication. Well, look at yourself first. How are you communicating with your partner? Do you make them feel like...
That's where it starts.
Do you make them feel like you're, like, combative? Like, are you... That's not your enemy. That person has said, I'm rocking with you.
Yep.
They don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
Recognize it first. They don't got to be with you.
Right.
You done tore them up, and they here tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Give them some credit for that at least.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to look at yourself first.
Yep.
And then if you've done all that you can, and that person still ain't, receptive to the growth, then that becomes a us issue.
Right.
Then it's like, shoot, I'm pro therapy all day.
Same.
Figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
But start with yourself first. But I think I have evolved most certainly.
Definitely
in communication.
I know that for sure.
My delivery and communication.
And actually talking face to face instead of
Absolutely.
10-page letters.
I don't text. Now, I don't text at all.
I know.
So I have
Talk
truly
about
evolved.
Woo.
But that started because I wasn't confident in communication. And that's because I wasn't taught that.
And it's also scary.
Oh my God, it is.
It's scary. It's scary in the sense of like...
The unknown.
Yes, the unknown, but like if you don't have a person who is like understanding.
Oh yeah.
Because there's gonna be things that might be said that may come across wrong or
absolutely.
But it's like, no, I don't mean it that way. Like
that's true.
Like it can be scary. It can be scary.
Absolutely.
And I think for some people that is that's what prevents them from communicating.
Yeah.
Because they don't know how the other person's gonna react.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in the past they're just not used to really being heard or understood.
Yeah.
You don't have to agree with what I'm saying, but
no, that's
can you
true.
at least try to understand like my
where
point
I'm
of view?
coming from? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it too. I think that is like, again, that person is not your enemy. Like if Tam has something to tell, like the fact that Tam is telling me that I've evolved in my communication, I respect that. That's because I have respect for her and it's mutual. I think sometimes we don't know how to take criticism. What's the word before criticism? Advice. Okay.
Maybe.
But it's constructive.
Oh.
That's what I'm
Yes.
Tam was like, what about advice too?
Yeah.
Like, I respect Tam. We have earned that.
Mm-hmm.
I can take that from her.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
not everybody.
if I don't respect you, and you haven't shown me like the value in your advice, I'm not gonna take your advice.
Yeah.
But your partner, you should, and your best friends, and you know what I mean. Like, you just got to figure out who's it coming from.
Yep.
And I always say, do they have your best interest at heart?
Yep.
Because if you say yes to both of those, that's all you need. Like, just listen. Like Tam said, you may not agree with it, but at least listen and respect what they have to say.
And
it's
try to
somewhere.
just try to understand their perspective. I think that's another thing that's key.
Yeah.
Is when two parties, they're trying to get their point across. And it's like, no, but
that's
no,
right.
and it's like, okay, I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
So.
And sometimes you can make up your own fight in your head. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Sometimes
don't let it linger on.
Right.
Because if you let it go too long, a whole story is made up in my head. And then when you talk about it, it's like, no, that's not actually how it happened.
Crazy. I'm sorry.
Man, that's happened to me a couple times.
All the time.
Oh my gosh.
I still, like, me and Alfred will have a disagreement. And I think one way, and then I might, like, while I'm in the shower, I'm working through, I'm like, no, that's you tripping.
Right.
Let it go.
Yeah.
I let it go. Because it's, that old saying, like, pick your battles.
Pick your battles, yeah.
Everything ain't a battle.
Mm-mm.
Again, because if that person has your best interest at heart, they're not trying to get over on you.
Right.
They're just trying to say, hey, you made me feel this way, or we need to talk this through.
And that's it.
That's all.
That's all they're trying to say.
That's right.
Is you hurt my feelings of this, or I felt some kind of way with this. That's it.
That's right.
You talk it out, squash it, keep it moving.
Yeah. I will say it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Like, I still have a chip on my shoulder, like it has to do with just the way in which my path has been.
Mm-hmm.
That I think I will always have like some type of chip on my shoulder for being judged or somebody trying to make me feel a certain way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but anywho, but I will get, I think eventually I'll work through that, but I have to recognize when that comes up and like check myself. Like that ain't even what it is. Like you don't even gotta be all.
I mean, but at least you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Some people can't. So at least you can do that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Don't force somebody to be a part of your unhealthy ways.
Child.
Work on yourself
Okay.
all the time, every day.
Okay.
Praise the Lord.
Any other evolution stuff?
No, I think that's it for me.
I know mine was pretty straight.
Look now, I'm trying to find an Oprah question to ask you.
I know, and I'm not trying to say like I ain't had struggles or anything, but like I can't.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of a time where like I am literally the same person that I've always been.
Yeah.
I'm just a little bit more outspoken, and I don't take shit from people anymore. If anything, I will say that is a big one for me.
Yeah.
As like allowing people to constantly do things to hurt me.
Yeah.
Now that.
Yeah.
That's actually probably one of the biggest ones.
Yeah.
Is that I feel like what's that saying? I feel like people would take my kindness for weakness.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Or take advantage of it.
Yep.
And I would allow it, and I really wouldn't say anything about it, or I would talk myself out of like saying something, you know, like
absolutely.
that type of situation. But yeah, I don't allow that anymore. Like if I don't feel like you are for me, then I don't need you around.
You know, I got a point to you saying you're outspoken.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes when you are confident in the evolution of who you are, I think some people will be threatened by that when they are not where they need to be in their journey. And
I can say I've come across some of the like situations like that.
I know a couple times that people are threatened by Tam's assertiveness because it's never not professional. It's just they're not that way. Yeah. They let people walk over them, or they're not assertive, or you know, they feel some type of way, but sis, that is your insecurity. Right. Because she didn't say it unprofessionally. And she didn't say anything that was a lie. Right.
And now, and what I will say, I'm very much aware of that. I am a direct person. I'm just direct. Right. But because I know, I always say no one can tell me anything about myself that I don't know. I know how I am. So I'm mindful of that. And in most situations, you know, if we're talking work related, because I know I'm so direct, I try to figure out how to like ease the tension, maybe by like you know, making it funny or maybe cracking a joke so they can see like I'm not trying to like I'm not out here trying to be a bitch. Like it's just I know my delivery is direct, but it's you know. And
that sometimes irritates me because look, now I'm going to rant, but because you're accommodating, I'm not talking about every time and you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Yeah. Like I think in certain situations, especially in corporate America, you have to accommodate other people's insecurities or way they may feel about it. But like I said, it's never unprofessional.
And also being a dark-skinned woman too. So there's always there's that perception as well. Yeah, you know,
right about that.
Yeah, there's that perception. But I get it from my mom. Yeah, I definitely get it from my mom. My mom, she ain't no plaything. That's right. Okay, and I have seen her do some things. Yeah. So, you know, my directness or whatever, just like not being afraid to speak my mind. Yep. Oh, I for sure get that from my mom.
Because and one thing my dad has always taught me, like, as long as you know what you have to say is true. Yeah. And it's not a lie. Right. And you have said it in a way that is respectful. How they receive it. What they do with it, that's their business. Yeah. Like, you know, outspoken and, you know, angry black woman or whatever. That's some BS. No, this lady, I'm sitting here seeing it, you know, so I think it's like, that kind of does get under my skin a little bit about accommodating others and their insecurities.
Yeah, I mean, it can be, but I mean, I just also, I know what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And you do have to, I mean, you got to play the game.
Yeah.
You got to play the game in corporate America. You do have to kind of shift and, you know, position yourself in
but
a way.
I mean, but even sometimes, like, with, like, my friends, like, I have to.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm like, if you text me.
Yeah.
Like, I text the way that I talk, right?
I know that.
So sometimes my response can be very much just like dry and just direct. And from the other side, they probably like, well, damn. But for me, I'm on the other end, like, you know, like.
Well, and you know what? That's something I had to learn too, because it is dry, but it's very direct.
Yeah.
But because I know you, okay, somebody that didn't know you, would take it like, dang.
I know.
But me, it's to the point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that I don't find offense in it, because I know who you are. Now,
right. So you have to know that about me to know, like, I'm not on the other end, like, upset.
Trying to be
I'm literally just like, or whatever, you know.
Like, what do you want?
First off, I'm sorry. Can I just say a pet peeve of mine? I hate when people be trying to make small talk before just getting to the question.
To the point,
I have a friend. She used to do this all the time. I'd be like, girl, what you want?
Yeah.
Just ask the question.
Like, it is so sunny out here. It is. But what you want? But get to it.
Like, I'm not offended, okay? That does not offend me. Because I'm going to text you and be like, hey, girl, you know, what's been going on? You know, question. I'm not going to.
Can we, or do you, or is it? Yeah. I might throw, it might be one sentence of happy Saturday, happy Sunday.
It's going to be a statement. I'm not going to ask you a question before I need to actually ask the question.
No, I'm not.
Like, I'm really trying to feel like, I know it's going to sound bad, but like I really want to know.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
No, I'm just going to hit you up. Be like, hey, girl, I hope it all's well. Or, hey, how's it going?
Get right to it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. That's facts. That's facts.
Oh, man.
Okay, anything else about my evolution?
No.
And we continue to evolve.
Absolutely.
I mean, and I'm continuing to check myself, so it's an everyday thing.
I can say I have evolved. So I'm just thinking of, like, aspects of my life as a coach. So I'm a dance coach, right? I've been coaching. This is my 14th season. I know, sounds crazy.
14 years?
Yeah.
Marion, they throwing a party? Shoot.
I know. It's
Marion University.
It's a long time. But this is my 14th season coaching. So I can't say, like, in that aspect, like, as far as, like, how I deal with my athletes and, like, because I used to.
I remember you said this on season 1.
I used to be so strict. Like, they couldn't do nothing. You hear me? They couldn't do nothing. But that came from, like, my background.
How you were.
Yes, like, when I danced professionally, we had certain rules. And I understood the rules and I actually agreed with them.
Yeah.
So then I just passed it on with my team. And then I was very, like, closed with, like, who I was.
Your personal life.
And so there would be this ongoing, like, joke of, like, Tam's like CIA. Tam does this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but it's not a secret. Like,
I'm just not sharing it.
I'm a project manager. Or, like, you know, so.
Right.
So I have evolved in that way, in the sense of, it's okay, I personally think, it's okay for my athletes to see that their coach is very much human.
Yes.
Like, I still go out. Now, I'm not going to post, like, me just, like, throwing back shot. You know, I'm not going to do that.
Or something.
Yeah, but, like, I still like to go out and have fun, have a couple drinks. I still like to dance and party. I'm goofy, too. I'm not just the coach or whatever. So I have evolved in the sense of, like, like, just knowing it's okay for them to know a little bit about you.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. Because I think that helps in the relationship.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Like, I'm so much, like, I mean, I feel like I've always been close to my team, but I feel like with me being more open and honest, and I've even talked to some of my athletes just about personal situations that I've been through to help them get through it.
Well, I was going to say, because they may lean on you if they don't have somebody in their personal life, they may see you as someone to confide in or whatnot.
I actually just a couple weeks ago, one of my athletes, she graduated, and they know, like, you can call me, and I don't have to talk to you every day, every week. If you call me, I'm there. And just a couple of weeks ago, one of my athletes, she had contacted me. She was going through something like relationship wise, and you know, I always joke and tell them like I'm like their parent away from home. Yeah. You know, and I mean that, like, I will fight somebody.
Well, because especially if you are far from home. Yeah. You do need like some steady, you know, adult to confide in or you know, to talk to. So
but that was just like a situation.
Well, that's good.
But I've evolved as a coach. I'm more open and fun, and they can really see my personality.
With boundaries.
Yes,
right?
with boundaries. There's boundaries.
Since we ain't going to get drinks after this practice.
Child.
Because you wouldn't. No. See, there's that boundary.
There's that boundary. Yeah.
But I still love you.
I'll tell you what kind of drink to get. But now we ain't gonna go.
And I'll ask you, how was it?
Right.
You liked it?
You liked it? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the shoot the shit. You gonna do that every time?
I'm gonna try to remember.
I was gonna say, could you do that every time? Because I enjoy it. Okay, hope y'all enjoy it. So the best thing for me in the world is.
Oh, I know. I got mine.
So this ain't gonna come to no surprise. It does involve coffee. So like Saturday morning, when I don't have anything going on first thing, everybody's still like sleep or they, you know, not downstairs. I can go downstairs, make my coffee, open the window, let the sunshine in, turn the news on, and I get maybe like 30 minutes.
Wait a minute, the news?
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
I'm old.
Who watches the news?
First of all, Tam, the work be blowing up.
My granddad.
Yeah.
Every morning at 6 a.m. Look at it. Look. You know how Kevin? Seriously, that was my granddad.
Look at this.
Tell me, look. You see it? And this girl just. Yeah, that's granddad. I see it. All day.
Now, if there's an apocalypse, you ain't even gonna know. You gonna be in your apartment and open the door, everything's gone.
You wanna know? Okay, this is the difference.
What?
I am on social media. So I see most of it there.
Yeah.
You're like,
I like to see the news.
You're not as much on social as I am, so I feel like I do know what's going on. Yeah. Because I mean, hell, you know they post everything. Yeah. It's gonna be on TikTok. It's gonna be on Instagram. Somewhere. Okay. But I think I just like the news, and it's really not. I think I just got used to it over the years. News scares me too.
Does it?
Because it's always bad.
Yeah. Well, I think it depends on what news. I don't fool with Fox or nothing because it's a shooting on 10th and something. Then it's another shooting and another shooting.
There's something right on the corner.
I'm like, hey, Fox, where's the positivity?
Yeah.
But I like watching Good Morning America.
Oh.
Yeah.
That makes
sense.
Then
they have their segment on Saturday. So it's a little bit of like.
I see what you're saying. Those
yes. So they have like a good combo and stuff. So that's the kind of news I don't want no negative.
I thought you literally meant like the Channel 6 news coming live.
Well, here's the thing. They talk about the same shit at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7. I mean, it's a repeat.
I know.
Over and over and over and over.
That's why I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not sorry with that.
Anyways.
But it's more like CNN or Good Morning America, something like that. What about you?
So for me, okay, wait, what was the title? Because I want to.
The best thing, I got two. We're going to go back and forth because you probably got a couple too.
The best thing
in the world for me is.
The best thing in the world for me is music.
Oh. Yeah.
Like, I love music. Yeah. I can just completely zone out. Actually, like, it's been a couple times I'm supposed to be here at a certain time to film. And I just got my music going, and I'm just like, sensation, like just in general, like I literally like here or a couple weeks ago I had to drive about 2 hours away, to a birthday party, and I just had my music going, not even realizing like the time, how long it's been, you know. I love music, specifically R&B, specifically 90s R&B, but I like R&B in general.
Period,
Like,
who's your favorite artist?
Ooh, I have too many, but of course,
Or like top 2 R&B.
I mean, well,
from
of
the
course,
90s.
my sis. Oh, from the 90s.
You said 90s.
Ooh.
I know.
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
I know.
There's so many. There's so many.
You know the first.
That's
this
just
is
a
not from the
good-
90s. This
what?
is 80s, 90s. She's still present. Anita Baker.
Oh yeah.
Like that music, I can throw on because I think most 90s music I can listen to pretty much every day.
Mm-hmm.
Anita Baker, I could listen to her day and night. Like
Yeah.
it don't matter what time.
Yeah, I don't have. I can't necessarily say I have a specific person
Yeah.
right now,
Mhm.
but I can tell you like the groups
Yes.
back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Whether it was a boy group or like girl groups. Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
yeah.
I absolutely love it. But yeah, that's one thing for me that just like zones me
Yeah.
out completely. So
Yeah.
music.
I think the other thing is the beach. Like
Oh.
or any type of water. The best thing for me in the world is
well, I
like
can't swim, so it ain't for
being
me.
on. Now I don't put me on no small boat. Like I do have like I do get seasick a little bit. It got to be a boat where I can walk around,
Right,
you know,
right.
steadily walk around. But being by the ocean, lake,
Yeah.
I don't care. It just something about it makes me like just very calm
Mm-hmm.
and sunshine. Like put that
Mhm.
together. Give me here we go. Give me a cocktail on the beach with some sunshine. I'm there all day. Just keep the cocktails coming.
I was about to say, just give me the cocktail, I'll be fine.
Like a good pina colada.
Ugh.
Hold on, mind you. So yesterday, I'm getting off track. I had the best. I know.
Pina colada.
No, yesterday I had an espresso martini from a place out in Fishers, Indiana. I forget what the place is called. Havana. It was a cigar bar. The best espresso martini I've ever had in my life. But here goes the thing. So Alfred's like, you should try to make that at home.
Oh Lord.
I pulled up the exact. First of all, you know the cocktail was expensive.
Right.
I pulled up the exact recipe on Pinterest.
Okay.
It's Tito's vodka
Yeah. Oh.
and like liqueur, just like maybe 4
Really?
ingredients. And I said, I have all of those things. I'm just gonna make this at home for free.
And
For
tell
free.
me how it goes.
I will.
She gets so excited over that stuff.
I love coffee, anything.
I know.
And then they had a pumpkin one.
I was just about to say, especially pumpkin.
They had pumpkin, but he didn't tell me. So by that time, the one thing about espresso martinis or martinis, one, and you pretty much good because they're very strong.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't need another one,
Right.
but they had pumpkin, but they didn't tell me that. So I couldn't try it. I could have, but I'd have been up the river.
Anyways, no, just kidding. My second one would, I would have to say like driving.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
I actually really enjoy like
Anywhere?
I enjoy like a distant drive.
Long distance drive? Okay.
Yes.
Like road trip?
A road trip or just like distance in
Mhm.
general. Like
Yeah.
let's say it takes me like 30 minutes to get there.
Yeah.
Like I just enjoy a drive.
Yeah.
And sometimes specifically I enjoy driving in silence.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Mhm, just
The older I've gotten, the more I enjoy that.
yeah.
Because it's noise everywhere you go.
Yes.
And
Or
somebody
so
asking
chaotic.
you. Yeah.
Like we're like just
Yeah.
a lot of things right now in my life has been like
Hold on.
crazy.
Did you just post something about Walmart not having any checkout lanes?
Child, I sure did.
That's chaotic to me.
It wasn't chaotic, but
It
it was
wasn't?
very like
Creepy.
in the video I think I said like I felt thievish because
Oh.
now this is really off topic, but
Yeah.
I went
Sorry,
to-
guys.
I went to go purchase an item, some
Yeah.
socks. I love like crew neck socks,
Oh,
and so
yeah.
I needed some new ones. Well, one of the packages only had 8 socks. It was supposed to come with 10. So that means someone opened up that joint, took
So
2.
say, I need socks.
Yes, and probably because there's barely
Anybody in
any
the
workers,
store,
right?
yeah.
So anyway, so I find a specific worker. I'm like, hey, like, how do you want to do this? She's like, oh, you can go ahead and ring this package up.
Yeah.
You know, pay for it, and then you can go back and get a new pack. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I go get a new pack, and I'm just looking like I'm looking.
You could have just kept it moving.
No, that's
Yeah.
that's what ended up happening. But like it was I felt thievish,
Yeah.
although technically I
You
paid for it. But I just was like,
I'm just walking out.
Okay, I guess I'll just put it in my bag, and I just kept walking.
Well, they had that video of that man. He would scan one thing, he put 2 in his bag. What's keeping them from doing it?
Because there's literally
Nobody's
they have changed it to where there are no actual scanning people.
The Walmart down the street from us, I walked in and I said, "Where is all the checkout lanes?"
Yep.
We all working for Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Where's our cut though?
Basically.
You need to give me some money back.
Yeah.
For checking myself out.
Yeah.
Well, anything else?
No, those are my 2: music and driving and driving in silence. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, guys, thank you again.
Another great episode.
Yeah. Come back and see us. And until then, do not forget, no tea,
just coffee.
Bye.
Bye, guys.